Have you ever seen an outfit where technically all the pieces make sense, but something still feels flat? Usually what's missing is texture. Now let me explain what I mean. Here are two black outfits. The first outfit isn't a bad outfit, it's actually perfectly fine. But when you look at the second outfit, our eyes have somewhere to go, and that is because of the texture. Our eyes naturally look for variation. When everything has the same surface, the outfit can tend to feel one-dimensional. Texture introduces contrast, making it richer and more intentional, even when the outfit is made up of simple basics. Hey guys, welcome back to Fashion 101, where we break down the fundamentals of fashion and explain why certain things work. And today we are talking all about texture. Well, first we gotta start off with the basics. What is texture? Texture is the surface quality of a fabric. It's how the fabric looks, feels, and even moves. Now, it's important to note that there are two types of textures. The first one is tactile, which is what you can physically feel. A piece of fabric can feel rough, it can feel soft, maybe a little silky, or even fuzzy. There's also visual texture, and this is what your eyes perceive when it comes to the fabric. This has a lot to do with the way that the light interacts with the fabric. So some examples can be surface detailing like ribbed material, lace, or even fringe. Even if someone can't touch your outfit, texture still affects how someone perceives it. So let's take a look at smooth and rough textures. Some examples of smooth textures are satin, silk, leather, and also fine cotton. Smooth textures to me usually communicate an elegant, refined, and polished look. Rough textures are our chunky knit, our tweeds, distressed denim, and also raw linen. Rough textures are cozy, they're relaxed, rugged, and they also feel organic. So let's take a look at some examples. On the left, the model is wearing an emerald green satin gown, and on the right, the model is wearing a lilac cable knit sweater set. Now let me ask you, looking at just the texture, which one feels elegant and which one gives you more of a cozy vibe? The satin material of the dress communicates a look of elegance, and the knit set makes you feel comfy and cozy, like I literally just want to snuggle up. But notice how that's what you're perceiving just by looking at the texture. And what I find very interesting about fashion is that even though these two textures communicate completely different moods, they tend to work well when placed together. Looking at the Sally Point look, the roughness of the knit sweater is paired really well with the smooth texture of the satin skirt. Mixing smooth and rough textures creates contrast, which adds depth, and it leaves the outfit not feeling one-dimensional. Remember, smooth textures tend to reflect more light, making them feel more polished and refined, whereas rough textures scatter or absorb light, making them feel more relaxed, cozy, or even rugged. Let's examine some more outfits with different textures. Here are two different runway looks. Which one catches your eye first? The schiaparelli. Sorry, okay, quick intermission. Schiaparelli was always one of those words I'm like, am I pronouncing it the right way? So I looked up how to pronounce it, and the person in the video is like, this is how you pronounce this Italian brand. It's Schiaparelli. But then he was just like, but Americans tend to say Schiaparelli. So I was like, wait, that seems like shade. And then that just also reminds me of like that Kris Jenner meme.
Coco Chanel.
So anyways, yeah, back to the program. So if your eyes quickly went to the Schiaparelli look, that is because it is an example of a shiny texture. Our shiny textures are usually satin, metallic fabrics, and also sequin. And as you can tell, they usually communicate glamour, drama, and they definitely ask for the attention. Now, the gorgeous wool Lanvin look is an example of a matte texture. Matte textures are usually cotton, linen, and wool, and matte textures love to communicate an understated elegance, sophistication, and calmness. I mean, look at it, like, the look is gorgeous and it just gives elegance. Some textures also carry different visual weight. For example, if we look at the brown chiffon dress on the left compared to the fur look on the right, we see that there is a clear visual weight difference between the two looks. Thin fabrics like chiffon, mesh, lace, and fine silk usually create movement, and they're very delicate, and they also give you just a lighter feeling. Thick textures are your fur, boucle, heavy knits, and also heavy wool. Thick fabrics can add presence and also add volume to the outfit. They're also really good at communicating coziness and warmth. It's also likely for you to see a look with both thick and thin pieces to either make it more visually interesting or create contrast, or maybe even just bring balance to the outfit. This Saint Laurent look has a fur coat paired with a mesh skirt underneath. Now, the fur coat is considered a heavy texture, where the mesh skirt is considered a light texture. This creates a balance within the look. If we were to have heavy pants, it may be too much visual weight. But as you can see, sometimes adding in contrasting textures actually creates a balance within the outfit. Some of the examples of textures and also combinations of how you can wear them together are non-transparent and transparent, as well as soft and hard textures. Now, don't worry about memorizing every category. These categories are used as tools to help us understand how different textures can create different moods, visual interests, or even balance. So now that we have an understanding on textures, it's time to get practical and go over some concepts that will help with incorporating them into our outfits. You guys may have already started to pick up on this, but the same concept in color theory also applies in textures. Contrast creates interest. Mixing contrasting fabrics is a great way to prevent your outfit from looking flat. If we look at this Giuseppe look, it is far from flat. It actually creates a lot of visual interest, even though it is a monochromatic outfit. Looking at this outfit, the smooth surface of the blazer pairs really well with the uneven surface of the skirt, as well as the movement that comes from the fringe. Contrasting textures are great, but sometimes you may just want to wear the same similar texture because maybe you're going for a unified, harmonious, and also a calm look. A great example is this outfit that features a linen top and linen pants. Now, I don't know about you, but I love a linen set because it is simple and it just gives relaxed and put together. Another important concept when it comes to incorporating texture is using it as a focal point. Sometimes texture is great to either bring attention to a certain piece or the look, or remove attention. If you want to grab people's attention with your outfit, I would recommend looking at sequins, leathers, or even feathers. And if you want a quieter outfit, going for cotton, wool, or linen is usually a good route. So in the last video, we talked about how color influences personal style, which by the way, you should check out if you haven't already. Shameless plug. But in today's video, you got to see how texture plays an equally important role in creating a mood or even adding personality to an outfit. Without textures, our outfits would always look flat. So texture is a great way to add depth and also make it look a little bit more interesting. So next time you're getting dressed, or if you happen to see an outfit that you really like, try to examine if all of the pieces or all of your pieces have the same texture, and ask yourself, do these textures create interest in the outfit? Lastly, one of the most important questions is, does this texture create the feeling that I want? If you guys made it this far, thank you guys so much for watching. And also thank you for the love on the color theory video. Like, it's definitely so encouraging and I love making these videos. So I'm very grateful for you guys, and also very grateful for Jesus because he is the creative director behind all of this. I cannot lie to you. God is good. So thank you guys so much. Next week, we'll be going over another topic. So I'm really excited to continue this journey with you guys. If you have any thoughts or any comments, let me know down below. Other than that, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.